Good morning, everyone. My name is Arlene Alcaraz from BSBA 2H. Proof 7, discussing regionalization and globalization. Regionalization is the process of closer economic integration of countries within a region that divides into areas called segments, while globalization is the represent the global integration of international trade, investment, information, technology, and culture. Let's discuss their effects. Regionalization effects, promotional improvements, growth of domestic products like food, clothing, and healthcare. Organized trading system. While the globalization's effects are access to new culture, lower cost products, and new market. Opportunities in regionalization is increase in profit, preservation of culture and traditions, demand for high quality in life. While the globalization opportunities is wider market of Filipino products, wider acknowledgement and understanding of Philippine culture, more are becoming available in Philippines. Let's move now to challenges. The challenges in regionalization is monopolized system. What is the monopolized system? Monopolized system or monopoly is a market structure characterized by a single seller selling a unique product in market. In a monopoly market, the seller faces no competition as he is the sole seller of goods with no close substitute, like railways, Microsoft, Google, or Facebook can't offer aid to another, less support from national government, less promotion of culture. While the challenges in globalization is developed countries can stop the growth of undeveloped and underdeveloped countries. An economic crisis in one country can trigger negative reactions around the world. Companies face greater competition.
Good day everyone, I'm Cristelmi Alvarez from Group 7 and I will discuss integration of Asian region. The process by which two or more neighboring nation-states agree to cooperate and work closely together to achieve peace, stability, and wealth is regional integration. It's overcoming barriers among neighboring countries, jointly managing shared resources and assets for common good. The European Union's support regional integration to achieve prosperity, peace, and security. Cooperation among countries within the region usually start with economic integration. It is the process by which different countries come to agreement to move the trade barriers. Example, tariffs, quotas, and border restriction between them. Asian economic integration is the economic integration as a developed strategy. The goal was to participate in the global supply chain and measures. To achieve that goal, we're attracting foreign capital and concluding FTAs with countries outside the region. Asian realized that Asian Economic Community or AEC at the end of 2015, the AEC is an economic integration whose goals are free movements of goods, services, investment, and skilled worker and freer movement of capital. Single market or sometimes called the internal market is the midpoint between political and economic integration. The cooperating state become to integrated that all barriers are removed. it 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 will come to a point that the countries involved are totally integrated, that they will adopt common currency with a monetary policy regulated by a single central bank. The European Union, or EU, is one of the most outward oriented economies in the world. It is also the world's largest single market area. The European single market, originally known as the Common Market, has its foundation in the former European Economic Community, or EEC, established by the Treaty of Rome in 1957. The first significant change to the original treaty was made in 1986 with the Single European Act, or SEA. In 1992, the European Union was formed, encompassing the former EEC. It took time for Asia to integrate economically due to, first, is unbalanced economic growth. Some countries in Asia have medium-high income, example, Singapore and South Korea. Other are medium-low income, example, Philippines and India. And low-income earners is, example, Pakistan and Cambodia. Second reason for delay is diversified cultures and regions and custom among the people. Diversified cultures, or culture diversity, is about appreciating that society is made up of many different groups with different interests, skills, talent, and needs. It also means that you recognize that people in society can have differing religious beliefs, sexual orientation to you. Region in Asia, history and culture have been profoundly influenced by a number of regions is Hinduism, Buddhism, Confucianism, Daoism, Islam, Sikhism, Islamism, and Shinto. Custom is shaking hands, bowing, and kissing. All custom are method of greeting people. The method most commonly used in a given society helps distinguish one culture from another. Issues and problem of security is the third cause of delay. Issues is constrained by other key challenges, including corruption, demographic changes, even social development, disparities in economic development, and technology adoption, environmental degradation, and other issues related to politics and the rise authoritarianism. The problem of security is extreme form of corruption, immunity, abuse of power, scandalous social inequalities, and offensive ostentation, food insecurity, serve malnutrition, hunger, diminishing agricultural lands and extreme water scarcity. The integration of East and South Asia is the product of global economic integration. Economic integration of South Asian and East Asian has been growing steadily since the 1990s, fueled by domestic reforms and the emergence of regional supply chains. Within South Asia, India emerged as the largest trading partner and investment destination for East Asia economics. With its new East policy, India has been proactively looking at free trade agreements with Association of Southeast Asian Nation and East Asia, which has brought benefits to South Asia in terms of improved trade and increased investment. Economic integration or regional integration is an agreement among nations of reduce or eliminate trade barriers and agree on fiscal policies. For example, many new markets like insurance, transportation, and banking services have grown due to it. Furthermore, people now have access to more choices and international brands because of free trade between countries. ASEAN was established on August 8, 1967 in Bangkok, Thailand by the five original member countries, which is India, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, and Thailand. Brunei Darussalam joined on January 8, 1984, Vietnam on July 28, 1995, Laos and Myanmar on July 23, 1997, and Cambodia on April 30, 1999. With the purpose of accelerating the economic growth, social progress, and cultural development in the region, and promoting regional peace and stability. In 2007, these objectives are clearly manifested in its three pillars: Asian Political Security Community, Asian Economic Community, and Asian Socio-Cultural Community. ASEAN has convened to form the Asian Community in 2015, of which its four main goals are single market and production-based, highly competitive economic region, equitable economic development, and integration into the global economy. In her article, Austria on 2004 discussed three factors that drive economic integration of the Asian market process through the international production, sharing of MNCs, unilateral and multilateral reduction of barriers to trade, and invest rapid development of transportation and information technology made it possible to establish and set up businesses in Asian countries. TNCs or MNCs or transnational corporation or multinational corporation are companies that cooperate in more than one country. Examples: Unilever, Apple, McDonald's, Nike, Amazon, Walmart, and Sony. The question is, what is the difference between MNCs and TNCs. Those who establish between the two term argue that MNCs are companies that cooperates in one or two countries with single ownership, essentially by one country, while TNCs have operation in multiple countries and are mostly based on co-ownership from or more countries. FTA or Asian Free Trade Act is a trade bloc agreement by the Association of Southeast Asian Nations supporting local trade and manufacturing in all Asian countries and facilitating economic integration with regional and international areas. Sub-regional Economic Zone or SRES aims to enhance the attractiveness of investment in the continuous areas by combining their advantage and explore economic complementaries. SREZ are private sector lead with the role of natural and local government limited by the facilitating through facility framework and investment promotion. These zones are usually located within national borders of the countries with their aims to increase trade and investment, create jobs, and establish different administration. The Department of Trade and Industry or DTI is asked to foster a competitive and innovative industry and services sector that contributes to job generation and inclusive growth and to advise the rights and responsibilities of consumers. The following agencies are attached to the DTI is Board of Investments, Bureau of Product Standards, Clark Development, Corporation, Design Center Philippines, Fair Trade Bureau, Intellectual Property Office of the Philippines, Philippines Economic Zone Authority or PEZA, Philippine Trade Training Center, Small Business Corporation, Subic Bay Metropolitan Authority. The Philippines has current trade agreements with ASEAN or Association of Southeast Asian Nations. ASEAN is regional grouping that aims to promote economic and security cooperation among its 10 members, which is Bureau, Cambodia, Indonesia, Laos, Malaysia, Myanmar, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, and Vietnam. ASEAN was established in August 1967 with the purpose of accelerating the economic growth, social progress, and cultural development in the region, and promoting regional peace and stability. WTO or World Trade Organization is the only international organization dealing with the global rules of trades. Its main function is to ensure that trade flows smoothly, predictably, and freely as possible. The WTO or World Trade Organization has many rules. It operates global system of trade rules. It acts as forum for negotiating trade agreements. It settles trade dispute between its members and it support the needs of developing countries. APEC or Asia Pacific Economic Corporation principal goal is to ensure that goods, services, capital, and labor can move easily across borders. These include increasing custom efficiency at borders, encouraging favorable business climates within members' economic, and harmonizing regulation and policies across the region. The APEC Forum, established in 1989, has become the preeminent economic forum in the Asia-Pacific region. Its primary purpose is to promote sustainable economic growth and prosperity in the Asian Pacific region. FTA or Free Trade Agreement are treaties between two or more countries designed to reduce or eliminate certain barriers to trade and investment, and to facilitate stronger trade and commercial peace between participating countries. Republic Act Number 10641, or an act allowing the full entry of foreign bank in the Philippines. In 2014, entry of foreign bank is allowed to legalize removing specific limits on the members of foreign bank, reopening the three modes of entry, and allowing up to 100% foreign ownership is an existing bank and the new banking subsidiary.
Challenge on regionalization and globalization in Asia. There are the three challenges on regionalization and globalization in Asia. The first one is trade, the second one financial flows, and regional cooperation. Trade. One of the challenges perceived is in trade. The openness of Asia economy encourage competitiveness and transfer of technology. Other countries should open their economies to enjoy the benefits of trade liberation, while those already benefit most ensure the openness is extended to new frontiers. Trade refers to the voluntary exchange of goods or service between economy actors. Since transactions are consensual, trade is generally considered to benefit both parties. In finance, trading refers to purchasing and selling securities or other assets. Trade is an engine of growth that creates jobs, reduces poverty, and increases economy opportunity. The World Bank Group helps its client countries improve their access to developed country markets and exchange their participation in the world economy. Financial flow. Another challenge is in the financial flow at the domestic policy level. There is no substitute for stable macroeconomic policy. Policy that give confidence to financial market and attract private savings. Likewise, transparent and predictable regulatory policy and a reliable legal framework are essential ingredients in creating a favorable investment climate. Financial globalization has enhanced the interdependencies between worldwide economies and generated positive externalities both in emerging and developed economies, encouraging their economic development. However, economic integration and globalization in global macroeconomic environment has led to sharp increase of the dynamic of foreign flow between the countries, both commercial and financial flows. This paper aimed to highlight that during the current economic and financial crisis, financial globalization can cause a rise of capital flows Volatility, which can have disturbing effect on the economic growth. That result will show the fact that in times of macroeconomic imbalance, financial globalization is not a blessing for the economy, stimulating capital flow, volatility, and negatively influencing the economic development of the countries from Central and Eastern Europe. Regional cooperation. The third challenge is for regional policy coordination, which countries becoming more closely integrated. Each country has an increasing stake in the sound policy of the others. Accordingly, countries of the region can play a constructive role in encouraging each other to maintain sound policies. The swap arrangement among a number of Asian central banks are a good example of constructive cooperation to maintain regional stability. Regional integration is the process by which two or more nation-states agree to cooperate and work closely together to achieve peace, stability, and wealth. Usually, integration involves one or more written agreement that describe the area of cooperation in details, as well as some coordinating bodies representing the countries involved. This cooperation usually begins with economy integration and as it continues comes to include political integration.